What's good, everybody? We back in action, man. Thanks for checking back in with your humble and gracious host, Nate on the Beat, aka Nate King, aka Alaska Black. Where are my riders at? We are live. In full effect, baby. I told you I was coming back with a nightcap. So we're gonna do a big for the nightcap. Tonight we got a Pop the Balloon reunion. A recap, with Cliff and Ro. So, we got the introduction coming. We're really gonna get right into it though. So, hey, like, share, comment, subscribe to the video. Let me know how y'all feel. Let's get right on into it. Catch up with Cliff and Ro. Let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Cliff and Ro. Welcome y'all. How are we feeling?
How you doing? How you doing, Arlette?
I'm good. Thank you. So we had you both on episode 28 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. Well then, is it going to be a yes for you for her?
Yes for me.
And is it a yes for you for him? Yes. We got it! Let's make some noise for them, On that episode, that was kind of like the guys got brought back. It was your second chance at finding someone. Cliff, how was it for you the second time around?
Second time around, it was a little crazy.
Okay.
I was still was getting popped, but I managed to get a match.
Right.
The third time the charm. Like everyone is saying. So it was pretty. It was it felt good to actually get a match, but So yeah, from the previous, 23. So it was pretty good. I felt good about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I know a lot of people were like, man, Cliff went up there twice and he got popped last minute, and then finally third time Ro came in and was like, yes. So everybody was super happy for you.
Yeah.
Ro, how was it for you? How has it been since you've been on the show? All of that.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I'm on.
Look, y'all. I'm gonna show you what she looked like on her IG. She looked good. I'm gonna give it to her. She looked good. She looked real good. Nice bite. Okay, there go the glare, kind of messing it up. Let me take it back a little bit. So, she is not a bad looking girl at all. She does have a face full of makeup and them crazy lashes, but her body's nice. I love them slim. She is not bad. I ain't gonna shoot my shot at her, but she not bad though. She got some style on her too. Nice skin complexion. She ain't really packing she ain't dragging no wagon or nothing. Let's get her back into it, my bad.
You both on episode 28 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. Well then, is it going to be a yes for you for her?
Yes for me.
And is it a yes for Make some noise for them. On that episode, that was kind of like the guys got brought back. It was your second chance at finding someone. Cliff, how was it for you the second time around?
Second time around, it was a little crazy.
Okay.
I was still was getting popped, but I managed to get a match.
Right.
The third time the charm. Like everyone is saying. So it was pretty. It was it felt good to actually get a match, but So yeah, from the previous, 23. So it was pretty good. I felt good about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I know a lot of people were like, man, Cliff went up there twice and he got popped last minute, and then finally third time Ro came in and was like, yes. So everybody was super happy for you.
Yeah.
Ro, how was it for you? How has it been since you've been on the show? All of that.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I'm honestly just focused on myself.
I don't like the wig. I think she's a pretty chick though. Like, golly, she looks good, but I don't like the wig. I just don't like the fake color. I just don't like wigs, man. something I just don't like. Like, I don't think I'll be able to ever get over that. I just don't like it. Some girls don't like dreads. Some girls don't like bald heads. Some girls are in between. Some girls like dreads. My preference is no wigs and no weaves. I don't like that stuff. Like, I just don't. I don't like the lashes either. Like, I just don't like that stuff.
Not sounding selfish, but yeah, I'm just trying to get like my career on path, like where I want to be.
Good, yeah. And then, good point. Like, let us know a little bit about yourself. I know on the show you mentioned you were going back to school and things like that. Tell us a little more.
So I'm back in school. I graduated this year with my associates, but I just got accepted literally like after filming. 2 weeks later, I got accepted into the nursing program, so I'm so excited. This week, I know, thank you. This week was just like orientation. It was just a lot of information, like a lot. Like my mind is really fried, so I'm really not even here. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Well, then let's go ahead and jump right in then so we can get over to the juicy topic at hand, which is, since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
I feel like the day after was like a date, I guess.
Okay, so after filming, you guys went out?
Yeah, for brunch.
Oh.
I've been wanting to ask our sisters, why is the standard for your hair got to be a wig and a weave? Like, why? What is wrong with your natural, beautiful black hair? What is wrong with that? Like, I'm just looking at her profile, like, she got so much makeup on her face, it looked like I could just swipe on down and I come with a finger full of makeup. I'm just saying, like, if you look at her IG, she's not a bad looking woman. Like, you don't have to do all this, like, ain't even no purpose of me trying to talk no sense in the body, because they don't want to listen, they don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. So how was that planned? How would everything go? Let me know.
I mean, if he wants to talk, he can.
Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
So I mean, basically, she had a flight to catch that next morning, and I decided, you know, she was close near to the airport, so it was a little breakfast brunch like Snooze Eatery. So I decided we can.
I like Snooze.
Yeah, so I decided let's just go there for, you know, brunch and, you know, catch up and try to, you know, get to know each other and talk a little bit. So I decided to take her to Snooze, so we went to Snooze for brunch that morning.
Okay. How'd that go? Well, how was it for you, Cliff?
It went well. I feel like it went well. We had good conversation. We had mimosas, drinks. We got to, you know, feel her energy a little bit more. So I feel like the vibe was pretty smooth for me. You know, that was the first time, you know, us one-on-one. So it was pretty cool for me, though, for the most part.
Okay. How was it for you, Ro?
It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I mean, it was a few things that I was noticing during the brunch, but overall it was okay.
Okay. Like what? What were you noticing?
I mean, I already addressed it to Cliff. Like, I feel like it was just like some topics that were being brought up a lot, and it was kind of like why were we discussing it, if that makes sense.
Okay, Cliff, did you want to touch on that?
Basically, the topic that she saying that I brought up was she asked me a question about from the show who was what the females that, you know, popped me, and I explained to her one of the contestants that, you know, one of the females that popped me, but I guess she said I brought that up multiple times, you know, when we were out or when we was there, but I don't feel like
you brought up the other contestant, or you brought up being popped.
Well, I told her about who the female was that popped me. And I guess she felt like I brought it up so many times. But, I mean, she asked me the question. I explained it to her. So, but she said I brought it up multiple times. I don't really recall bringing it up that many times. But I guess in her mind she said I brought it up multiple times. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember asking you about it, because I know that you had discussed it like prior that night, like when we were in the car. And she wasn't the only one that popped on you. You have to remember that. But I feel like she was being brought up more just because y'all had common interest. So I feel like maybe your mindset was somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you feel like... Oh, sorry, Cliff, go ahead.
I mean, we was eating that night when we went out. She asked me the question, like, you know, who was because she was curious, like, you know, who was the ones that popped. I explained who the ones was, but it was one that I did explain that I did have a little more similar interest with, which I can't deny and lie about that. But yeah, I mean, that was the truth, but fact. But I don't feel like I brought it up constantly, but I did explain to her who it was. So I mean, and I just left it at that. But I mean, she felt like I said it more than multiple times. So I guess it is, it is what it is.
Forgot I was on mute. So we have the first conflict. She felt like he brought up another woman from a previous show or the show that they was on, one of the two. And she felt like he kept bringing her up. He feels like he only brought her up 1 or 2 times during the conversation which they was having about her.
Okay. So, Ro, you feel like that other contestant was more his type? Is that what, is that the vibe that you were getting, or?
I can't say type. Like he said, like more, they had just more in common.
Okay.
And like, even like Cliff, when we were like at brunch, I even said like, why do you keep talking about it? And then you're like, oh no, I don't know what you said after that, but I know me saying that, okay, why are we still talking about it? Like, it just was like, kept going.
And one thing I saw on the page that she is a Sagittarius. Gotta be careful with those, brother.
That's the part where I'm confused at, because at brunch I don't really feel like I brought her name up.
And I like Sagittarius, but I know, I just know what I know about Sagittarius after dealing with a few of them. And sometimes you're skating on thin ice. They are territorial.
I brought her name up that night, and that was pretty much it. Like brunch, I feel like we was talking about everything else besides that. So I don't really see myself saying that constantly. But I mean, if she feel like that, I said it multiple times. We just gonna leave it at that. She felt like I said it multiple times. So
you guys went out the night before the brunch as well, or?
Yeah, we went out that night too.
Oh, okay. Where'd you guys go that night?
I think it was Yard House.
Okay, and it was just
but
you
everybody
two, or
was there before we got there, because he took me to go change.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be in something a little bit more comfortable. So he took me to my Airbnb to go change, and then that's when we met everybody at Yard House.
Okay, so this one was more, Yard House was more like a group setting. Everyone else in the show.
Right.
Okay,
it wasn't
I see.
all the matches, but it was just like a few of us.
Got it. Okay, and then brunch the next day was just the two of you guys.
Right.
Okay. So then after brunch, what happened? Obviously, I know you had to go catch a flight.
Yeah, he took me to just to catch my flight. Yeah.
Okay, and how has the communication and everything been since then?
There has not been a communication.
Oh, okay. So after brunch, you guys determined.
Yes. Like when I got here, like back to Texas, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like we like talked about some stuff, and I think like we wasn't on the same page, and maybe like he felt like a certain way, and then I honestly don't want to bring up this issue because I don't know if I can discuss it, but like, what was going on in this chat, and it just was like a lot that was going on. So,
okay.
What was going on? I guess like, I remember asking Cliff, like, what's your like normal or usual type that you go for? I mean, he told me, and then, he asked me, and, I told him, there's a particular like nationality that I do talk to, just because it's like,
I think she's asking the wrong questions. Sounds to me like she asked the wrong questions and she didn't like the response. Or maybe he's given too much information that's not necessarily needed. Both, you can stick your foot in your own mouth, at the wrong time, especially if you like somebody. You can say the wrong thing depending on the questions. Sometimes you want to ease your way into the difficult conversations.
What I'm used to, but I think he kind of took it as like I didn't want to get to know him. Like I honestly like wanted to step out of my comfort zone, and I really was interested. Like I really told him that I'm open and that I don't want to ever miss out on a blessing ever. So I don't want to say like this person is my person because he's this color or this nationality or this ethnicity. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So I did say that, though. But I don't know if something.
Hey, you like what you like. Just go ahead and keep it real. Like, that's what I'm talking about with a Sagittarius, man. Like, I don't want to be nitpicky, but just keep it real, baby. speak on how you feel and keep it real. Just be upfront about it. Like, you don't gotta sugarcoat nothing, man. Just keep it real. Like, we don't need the games, baby.
Else like made him not like want to communicate, because then even like we had a discussion like one night when we talked on the phone, and then you're like, oh, I'll text you in the morning, and then I didn't hear anything else from you.
Okay, and now so Cliff, she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
Well, one thing, it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I kind of didn't want to share it at that moment, but another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well from a few people that she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her.
Hold up. A 53-year-old Nigerian man was taking care of you, girl? I don't know. Doesn't sound like a great deal.
When she explained the whole, like, she haven't really experienced African American man, and she.
Oh wait, I didn't say that.
She said.
First interruption. It's the first time interrupting, bro, while he's speaking. He never interrupted you. He let you speak.
I didn't say that because my mom is from Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like,
but you said you have. Like, she basically said she haven't dealt with African American man.
I didn't say.
Now she arguing. Let the man finish, shawty. Let him finish though. Let him finish what he gotta say. Look, she ready to load up and load out. She ready to drop a bomb on him.
Never dealt.
You said it's
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth.
Bro, you said
because I consider myself Black American, even though my dad was Nigerian. I consider myself Black American. I've dated so many Black American men, but I'm saying the older I got, I just started like dating like.
She's getting flustered. She's looking up. She's looking to the side. Every time she talks, she gotta look up in the sky. That's a sign of somebody who's not keeping it real, man.
Like Nigerian man, and I just feel like a comfort, like
with the Nigerian.
So I'm just telling you, I haven't dated any Black American man in a while. That's all I was saying.
That's what I'm explaining. That I'm explaining. So
no, but you said that I have never.
She's look at all that. She like, Shawty, just let him talk. He's trying to explain that you're not allowing him to explain because you're triggered. Off the rip, baby, you triggered.
I said you haven't dealt with. You told me that you haven't dealt with African American men in a while. So you
didn't say in a while.
You didn't even let me finish. Can I finish?
Okay, let's let him finish. Go ahead.
Look. There go the moderator. Let's let him finish. Yeah, because you're not letting them talk, shawty.
Okay.
So basically, she said she haven't dealt with African American men in a while because of her past experience. Don't get me wrong. She's like she have dealt with Nigerian men as well. But she had some past experience with them as well. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was just giving me that, if she haven't dealt with an African American man, it just felt like, I think she was more towards, like, Nigerian might be more towards her preference. And then just to piggyback off that,
but you can't make that decision for me. If I said I was open to get to know you,
you were open and optimistic. But then again, the
body language says it all, baby. You know what I'm saying? The body language will speak volumes.
A few of the girls on the show, from her episode, brought it up to my attention that she was talking to a whole Nigerian man that's 53 years old. So I was just shocked about it because I'm like, and then she was, the girls was shocked about it because they're like, why is she even on the show? And then
wait. So you saying the girls?
Back to the interruptions. That is a very big red flag. Somebody who always got to interrupt everything you say, every time you talk, they got to interrupt you. That's a red flag.
And the group said that I was talking to this guy now.
You explained it to them.
No, I was not talking. I'm not talking to this guy now. Like, this was like earlier part of this year. So whatever got
So, Ro, just to confirm, when you came on the show, are you single?
Yes, like I wouldn't for them to say that this guy was taking care of me. Yes, this guy was taking care of me, but this was like way like earlier part of this year. So that had nothing to do with me. Like I literally came on the show with great intentions on finding somebody. So I don't like that you took what somebody else said instead of like getting it from me, because you never even asked that from me. I don't feel like that's right.
I just feel like because you explained it on the show to the girls and everything, and they brought it up to me.
But you keep saying to the girls, but you never addressed me.
So you guys never had a conversation about this.
Exactly. We never had a discussion about it. So you are going by.
I felt like I didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to bring that because
that means that you wasn't really interested.
No, it wasn't that.
You wasn't interested in getting to know me then.
It wasn't that. It just showed me that she was bragging about it like to the girls on the show.
I wasn't bragging.
Like how can you go by?
Like that was just I don't get it. How can you go by he say she say? I would never.
Look how triggered she is. This man is very calm demeanored and he's just speaking on his experience, and she is so defensive. She's so triggered. She got to talk over him, interrupt him. She doesn't want him to speak on what he went through and his experience. She want to look like the good girl, the perfect one, like she done nothing wrong.
Do that to you, because even in the group chat I heard some stuff you were saying, but I never said, oh, I'm not gonna talk to Cliff because I'm hearing this. Like, I'm 33 years old. I wouldn't go back and be like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to him because I heard this. I'm an adult.
So, Ro,
like,
all the girls are in a group chat together from the episode. Is that where like this information is coming from?
Right. So the girls have a group chat that we made a group chat because we wanted to go out after the show and like hang out. I mean, yeah, so that's what the group chat was morely about. Mm-hmm. And so it just turned to something else. And, I'm not trying to put the other girls out there because I got to know everybody. But I don't know what girls he's pertaining to, because I honestly was not in the back bragging about some 50-year-old man taking care of me, because that's not what it is. And I wish you would have addressed me like personally, and I would have told you no. That was like way back then. I mean, that's how communication started. And I told you on the show, communication is a real big issue for me. That's my love language. If you can't communicate with me and you're going by like what the streets are saying, like you would never have a real relationship. And that's just pure honesty.
And it was multiple people that was bringing.
I'm just saying like like outside people.
But it's multiple people bringing up the same situation.
But you're still saying multiple people.
Why would she tell people that though? Why would that be something? Oh, I got a 53-year-old Nigerian that takes care of it. I don't know. Why would you tell anybody that? Why?
People, instead of addressing it from the person that it happened to. So now Cliff, it feels like, I'm sorry. Like, now it feels like you're trying to make me look bad on this show. Like, oh, she had this man taking care of her while she came on the show. I haven't seen that man in months. Like,
why do y'all be looking around in the sky while you talking to somebody?
Literally months.
So Cliff, did you ever like once think like, okay, you know what, I'm hearing this, let me go ahead and speak with her and get more clarification?
No, I didn't want to bring it to her attention, because I just feel like we'll be in a debate like how it is right now, just constantly like, it was just go back and forth.
It's not a debate. I'm defending myself.
You can defend yourself without interrupting people while you speak. You can allow people to talk and say what they have to say, and then rebut that and rebuttal those points. If you feel like you need to speak so bad while somebody's talking, how about you get a pen and a pad and write your response down, or write what they said down that's triggering you. So when it's your turn to talk, you can address those points without over talking somebody, interrupting. It's so rude. Like, I can't stand talking to people who just interrupt me. Every time I'm trying to make a point or say something, they interrupt me. That's very frustrating.
Back and forth, and like
I'm defending myself.
You're defensive.
It's just like she bringing it up like it was past years or something, when it was probably could have been recently. So I just didn't.
It wasn't recent.
She said earlier this year, so that's within a year.
Though.
So I don't really know what it was, so I didn't really want to necessarily talk about it.
Right, and it's not like he lying. The information that he got was obviously correct.
Like at that point, because I feel like she would have just probably said like, "Oh, it was in the past" or some years ago.
Because that's true. Like, I'm gonna defend myself. If it's true, I would tell you. If it's not true, I would tell you it's not true.
She talks with her hand and rolls her neck a lot while she's talking. That's also another major red flag that I just hate to have to point out because she is a very beautiful woman, but that's a red flag, shawty. Talking with your hands, talking out your neck, rolling your neck while you talking to somebody. Always looking up in the sky while you talking. Your body language speaks volumes without you even having to say nothing, man. And then you're always interrupting. Every time this man talks and it says something that you don't agree with, you gotta interrupt him and try to cut him off. Shawty, you sound like you need therapy.
Like, I'm gonna defend myself.
That's fine.
So how was it brought up to you, Cliff? Like you reached out to the other girls, or they reached out to you? Like how?
Yeah, actually, it was one that she was actually cool with. But yeah, she reached out to me and told me, and she was like she can't believe that she told her that because she literally explained it to her. And then this was actually one of the girls that.
Why would she provide that information to anybody?
Actually popped on me, that told me it personally. So, and she told me that she was bragging about it, and she thought about it like, why is you even on the show if you announce it?
And I honestly feel like I already know who you're talking about, and that's probably the main person that was causing all the mess. But I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, but like I said,
I wish. But honestly, at the end of the day, you're my match. I'm your match. You talking to her about me is not okay.
It was brought to my attention. I didn't say nothing. I didn't even know anything. It was brought to my attention.
I know, but when you heard that, you should have been like, "Bro, like, is this true?" And I would have been like, "No, Cliff, that's not true." Like, she might have misheard something or misread something, because I keep all my receipts. Like, I have messages too. So I wish you would have addressed me first and been like, "Bro, she said this. Is this true?" And I would have told you.
Now that part, I absolutely agree with her. As a man, if you hear something, you definitely need to address the person that you're dealing with about that issue. Instead of just running away from the situation or not communicating about it, not talking about it, you need to address that situation. I just feel like that's kind of a thing as a man that you're gonna do anyway. I don't feel like that's something that really needs to be like told to you as an adult male. You should be able to already know that. If you heard something about old girl, she got a trick, whatever, trick daddy, then you should go and address her like, look, man, somebody said you got a trick and that's not the type of woman I want to deal with. Is that what's going on? And she would explain to you, and maybe y'all could actually have something, but you did decide to go off what somebody else said and make your decision. And I wouldn't have done that, so I don't agree with that. So she is absolutely right. I'll give her that. She is right. She looks good too, by the way.
I have nothing to hide. Promise you.
Okay.
So Cliff, you got this information, and then right after you got that was it? You never spoke to Ro again?
Yeah, I really did. I just fell back like off, bro. I couldn't deal with like all that.
But at the same time too, he has every right to be like, I heard this and that about you. Your name got smut on it in these streets, man. And that's not somebody I want to deal with. So I'm just going to fall back. He's right. He's not wrong for doing that. He doesn't really owe her an explanation at the end of the day. Y'all are not in a relationship, a committed relationship. Y'all ain't married. Y'all ain't got no kids together. You ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. So he don't really owe you an explanation on why he decided to fall back from you. He's got every right to do that. It could be anything. Your breath could have stank. And he'd be like, I ain't dealt with her. Show the breath stank. It could have been anything. He don't owe you no explanation.
Hearing the information, and then just with the whole, she kept bringing up like, oh, how I was constantly saying person name and stuff. It was just giving me a lot of like, I was gonna pull my dreads out, to be honest with you. Like, I just didn't want to keep.
I understand where he's coming from, because she liked to argue. She argues too much. She don't know how to just chill and be quiet even when she's triggered. She feel like she one of them type of people that feel like she gotta say something. She can't just not say nothing. She gotta say something. It's very frustrating to deal with.
Conversation where like it was just
this guy is making me kind of make me bad.
I just left it alone because I just wanted to like kind of move on, because it was just, I feel like it would be a lot of going back and forth with me and her. So okay. I'm not that kind of person to keep going back and forth and always having to talk, and I'm just like a more peace and smooth. But with Ro, it's just like, yeah, it's just constantly have to like go back and forth. So I didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to keep my peace. So I kind of just left it as it is and just let it die down, really, to be honest with you.
Okay. So were you interested in her to begin with? Like,
I mean, I was, but with all the information
so.
and stuff, that I got, it just kind of.
Why must you keep interrupting this man? Like, just shut up and listen for a second. Like, I would already been frustrated with her. As good as she looks, she talk too much. She don't know how to shut up.
Like
the information that you got.
It just made me kind of like think twice, and then just from the text message and stuff, because I don't know, I just started thinking a little bit, and then plus when we rode in the car together, she didn't really want to match with me anyway when she explained everything to me. So that was another thing, because I really wasn't truly her match, and she explained that to me in the car. So that was another.
I never told you that, Cliff.
You did tell me that. You did tell me.
I did not. Why are you trying to make me look bad?
I'm really not. So
you are,
like,
but it's fine.
See, that's what,
you know what?
Arlette, that's why I said.
I came on here.
This is why I said I didn't want. This is why I didn't want to.
Sorry guys, hold on. One person at a time. I can't hear.
I let him talk. I came on here with great intentions. So, not to like make him look bad, just go with the flow, like tell him, my side. Mm-hmm. But like the stuff that you're saying is kind of crazy, because for you to say that I sat in the car and said that you was not my match, I would never say that. That has not came out my mouth ever. As I watched the show, I was not your match. When I watched the show, I was not your match. You literally was on that show asking the same questions to every lady. And the only question you were asking the lady was about travel. It was nothing about them genuinely, like as a person. It was nothing about them bringing anything to the table. It was nothing about them internally. You were only asking about travel. So to me, like, you were on the show just to find someone to travel with. And honestly, when I watched it, I kind of looked and was like, this guy really wasn't even really that interested in me, because you didn't really ask me any questions. The only person that was really asking me questions was Rob. Like, nobody... You honestly did not show interest in me. Like, you did not. And and I know I didn't tell you was not my match, because I honestly wanted to match with you because you were older. I like that you were calm. Like, I want a man that's calm. I don't want a man that's rowdy, because I'm already like energetic. Like,
because you're
I chose you because of those characteristics.
You're a rambunctious, rebellious woman, so you need a man who's calm so you can be who you are. You don't want to be checked on your rambunctiousness or your rebellion. So you need somebody who's just going to let you be that.
That I seen, you were calm, you were older, you cared yourself more, better. I liked how you were dressed. Like, so you can't say that I chose you. I didn't, like, you were not my initial match, because if that was the case, I would pop my balloon, honestly. At the end of the day, like, That's just it. But honestly, to me, watching the show with my friends and family, it just seemed like you just wanted a match, and it didn't really feel like you wanted something genuine, because your questions were not in a genuine place. It was just like, oh, where have you been? Where have you traveled? That's it. Point blank, period.
Okay. Cliff, anything you want to add to
I mean, that was one question I asked, because that's clearly what everybody came out and mostly everybody say. So traveling was one big thing about me. But when we were in the car, she clearly did say that Rob, who was the last person that was down with me, that she would have chose Rob, but she wanted to do something different. Rob was more of her preference, but she only chose me because she wanted to do something different. So she wanted to step out of my comfort zone. So that clearly means.
But I didn't say that you were not my match. I said Rob is someone I would have normally went for, but I chose you. I chose you for a reason. So you can't just say that, because just like you were bragging about the other girl, like y'all had a lot of common interests. I'm not doing you that way, but now you're making it seem like I did not want to choose you. I chose you for a reason. If I wanted to choose Rob, I would have, but I didn't. I wanted to step out my comfort zone, because I liked your demeanor. Like I said, you were calm. You were cool, collected. Like, I'm just confused on where all this coming from.
So you felt like when she said Rob is what she usually goes for, you're thinking,
it wasn't
like...
just, I mean, not even just that. It was just everything, though, that, just led up to, just where we at, like, now. So I just didn't want to continue to, like, deal with, like, everything that was going on, so...
Okay, so there was no closure. Like, hey, I don't think this is it's
exactly.
Not gonna work.
He didn't even give me closure. Like, that's immature. Like, That's all you could have said was like, bro, I heard this about you. Is it true? I would have told you. And then you could have made your, you could have said, okay, well, I don't want to continue this. And I would have been like, okay, I understand. You didn't even give me that. I would have gave you that. I honestly would have gave you that.
Ro, did you reach out to him when you didn't hear from him?
No, because I felt like there was no need for me to reach out, because if he really was interested in me and if he really wanted to know like whatever he heard was true, then he would have reached out to me. I didn't reach out. After he said, oh, I'll text you in the morning, and then I didn't hear back, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Oh my God, that's a lot for only knowing each other. What was that? All in like a week?
That's what I'm saying. That's just too much. It's just too much to deal with. Like,
don't try to make it seem like
it's just too much to
though.
deal with within a week, and I'm just really not trying to do all that. Like,
don't make it seem like it's just me.
I'm just saying.
You have blamed in it too.
It's crazy because like even the messages and stuff I show my guys, it's like, wow, like you're going through like dealing with all that, and y'all barely even know
messages that she sent you.
Yeah, it's essays, paragraphs, like books.
Yes, because if I can't talk to you during the day, I'm gonna send you a message and tell you all this that we're talking about, because we're getting to know each other. Yeah. All this you showing your boys and stuff, see, that's childish. I don't.
It's not childish. It's not childish.
It is childish. Why would you show your boys my messages that's for you?
It's some like
that's
just to
childish.
show like
I have not showed any of my friends.
You my match, so I showed them like look what I'm going through.
It doesn't matter. I'm your match. I'm not their match.
But it's just like I said.
So I don't show my friends my messages of you.
It was a lot, and I just
you have a lot of growing up to do, but it's okay.
I really don't.
Like you do.
I really don't.
Because there's no way.
It's nothing like. Me and my homeboys share messages and things that women say all the time, and I know women do that too. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, look, bro, I'm gonna show you what she told me, especially if it's like, I'm going through something with this girl. Like, look how she talking, bro. Look at her attitude. Look what she's saying to me, bro. Look at all the stuff she's saying. Like, it's another thing to like keep intimate things to yourself that you may get from a woman. But if y'all are having bad conversations, y'all arguing back and forth, sometimes you want a different perspective. So you're gonna go to your boy and be like, look, man, look what she said.
I'm gonna be showing my friends my guys' messages like, oh yeah, she did this. Like,
no, I was just showing them like, look what I'm going through.
No, you don't do that. You don't do that.
That's crazy. I didn't say I showed them the whole message, but
she is very controlling. Like, oh my God, this is just like, it's stressing me out, cuz just watching this is stressing me out. Like, girl, shut up.
Like, it don't matter. You don't do that.
Okay. All right,
well,
guys.
that's what you don't do.
And for one,
we're not gonna get anywhere, guys.
Man,
I know.
That's why
you should have addressed me.
That's why I left it as it was.
You should have addressed me about everything that you felt about me.
It wasn't a purpose. Like, no, I wasn't about to do that. So.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Well, we can see, this.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's a lot.
You just have a lot.
That looking like, boy, this ain't what I started my show for.
You have a lot of maturing to do. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Because all this he say, she say, baby, I'm not in high school. I'm not.
That's fine.
If I need to know something, I'm gonna ask the person. Point blank, period. I'm gonna ask that person.
All right. Well, in other news, for us to go ahead and wrap this up, I know, Ro, you said you're going back to school. Any other?
Okay, that's quite enough. That was interesting. She was so triggered, she almost triggered me. I don't know how many times I wanted to tell her to shut your mouth. Over talking the brother every chance he got to talk. Every time, baby. Every time he want to talk, you gotta say something. That's a clear sign of somebody who needs therapy. Bad. So, all I can say is she's not I don't know if that type of woman can be, I don't know if she can be tamed, if she can calm down, if somebody can get her to stay in her place or just not be so reactive. If I could have a conversation with you, Ro, I would tell you to stop being so reactive. Everything doesn't deserve a reaction. I know you want to speak your mind. I know you want to say what's on your mind. If you want to do that, just allow somebody to get what they got to get off their chest. And when it's your turn to speak, let them have it. That's my advice that I can give to you. But interrupting a man and talking over a man and all of that, that's why you on a dating show looking for love, baby. It's not gonna work like that, you know. You gotta have better communication skills. Your communication skills are lacking. You know, it's a way to communicate to where you can effectively get your message across and be able to defend yourself at the same time. I think she needs to work on that. Bro, you know, like I said before, bro, he didn't owe her no explanation, but at the same time, if you are trying to deal with somebody and you hear something about somebody, you should address them about that situation and see if it has some truth to it, or if these are just rumors, somebody hating on you. They don't want to see us together. They don't want to see you happy. They don't think you deserve a relationship. They don't think you deserve a good man. That's a possibility too. So you gotta address this situation. But everybody different. And if I hear something that I really don't like, that really like, man, for real, that's how she getting down, I might leave you alone too and ghost you too. So I'm really not mad at him for doing that. But I think that was a great recap. Cliff and Roe on the Pop the Balloon show with your host Starlet. That was a great conversation. You know, I know this was a little bit long, a little bit dragged out, but we got through it. We made it through it. To all my riders, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping in with me. Come back and check me out tomorrow, man. We'll be back live and full effect, man. It's late. Today I've been tired, man. I've been doing so much stuff. I've been taking care of business. I've been handling business, man. I've been talking to people, meetings, working out, fitness. Man, I am exhausted doing these videos, doing TikTok videos, man. Speaking of which, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know what I mean? All the social media platforms, Nate on the Beat, TikTok, Nate on the Beat Music. You heard me? We're gonna be back tomorrow with some dope videos, man. I got some good stuff that we need to go over. I try not to be too late with these videos. As far as current events and things happening, I try to tackle it as soon as I see it. I try to stay fresh with the news and stay on top of things, man. Because I know sometimes some creators be like a week and a half, 2 weeks late to a conversation that's already had a million times. You don't want to hear it again. So I try to go ahead and get on it when I hear it, when I see it, and make that a conversation for the day. I know this one is a couple days late. I've seen about 4 or 5 people already review this same video, but I thought it would be fun. You know, I thought it'd be good review and give y'all my thoughts on it. I think she looks great. If she didn't have so much mouth, you know, and wasn't so defensive and argumentative, I'd probably give her a shot. But I tell her she got to get rid of that wig, man. And some of that makeup got to come up off your face, baby. It's just too much. You look like you just need one baby wipe to swipe, rub all that. Oh, man. But look, man, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. One last thing. We on the road to 10K. We at 109 followers, and we need 9,994 more people to subscribe to my channel. We gonna hit the goal. I'm counting on y'all, man. My math might have been off. I'm tired. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tap in with me, baby. For all my riders.